I'm Dr. David Baker Hargrove.
And I'm Robert Baker Hargrove.
And we're at the top of your inbox. This is the place where we come together to talk about all of our lessons learned from our years of owning and operating businesses, both together and independently.
And our goal is to make sure that we provide you with just a little bit of a business bite to help your business grow and your leaders develop. So, Dr. Dave, what's at the top of your inbox today?
So today, I thought that we would talk about researching on the internet and learning how to do new things that you may not necessarily know how to do, or when you find yourself challenged with something new and maybe you might be afraid that you don't know how to do it or where to turn to and how to learn.
Absolutely. And what you always want to think about is knowledge is power. And once you get that knowledge, no one can take it away from you. So if you find yourself in this position to where you're doing something that you've never done before, one of the great things to do, get that knowledge, gather that knowledge base. So I'll give you a great example. When we opened up our first clinic, I had no idea about the medical field. I had been in entertainment for 24 years. And so yes, my spouse is in the medical field. However, I felt like I needed to personally learn a lot about it. So I read a lot about billing. I tried to understand what it meant to staffing and what the structure of medical facilities were like, understanding the whole administrative back end of it. So that once we started, I realized that, hey, there are some things that I do know, but here's the things that I know specific to this industry. How about you, Dr. Dave?
Well, I think that, it's really important to develop a love of learning. And that is really the first hurdle that a lot of people have to get over, is that you have to really love to learn new things.
And always be learning.
And to be excited about it.
Yes.
One of the things that, the internet is really, really underutilized. Most people use the internet for entertainment when there's really so much knowledge. When you think about this little contraption right here, there's 4,000 years of recorded human history and knowledge right here in our hands. And most of us use it to look at cat videos and complain. Seriously.
Wow.
And but we really, when we start to take on the love of learning, we can learn so much, and then it becomes fun. And so then we become less afraid of learning things new. And so, like, for instance, speaking of said medical clinic, the last medical clinic that we opened, we were open for about a week and a half, and we lost the initial physician that we had. And so there we were a medical clinic with no physicians.
So what did we do?
So we had no idea about how we were going to replace said physician. And we that was something that was unknown to us. And so we went to what I like to call the Oracle and the internet. And we just started plugging in keyword searches about how to staff and hire physicians. And we came upon the idea of locums, which is really a fancy Latin term for physicians on call staffing, and had no idea what that was. We'd never encountered that before. And it saved our lives.
And it did. But what it also did was it gave us a lot of information about staffing in general. We got really focused into medical provider staffing, but then it gave us a lot of information about staffing and agencies and interview questions and things. And so I thought, you know what, I don't need that for right now, but let me file that information. So when you're doing your research, you might find things out that you might not need for the right now, but you might need for later. So don't be afraid to go, I'm going to come back to that, but I'm going to make a note of that, or I'm going to put that in a file, because as you're researching, you're going to continually discover more and more information. And sometimes it can take you down a little bit of a rabbit hole. So by saying I'm going to come back to that later, it helps you stay focused and stay on task.
Yeah, there's just really so much you can learn. And I can guarantee you that if you have a question, there is someone that has written a book and put it on the internet. There's someone that has written an article and put it on the internet. Someone has done a YouTube video about it and put it on the internet. And in today's world, someone has done a TikTok video and put it on the internet. And so there is so much information out there, and most all of it is free.
Absolutely.
And there's pretty much anything that you can learn that you need to learn or want to learn. So when you get into a business quandary, there is the information out there and it is available. Or be able to access people who know stuff that you don't know, like consultants. Us.
Absolutely. And for example, when Dave was saying free, this video is free, and maybe you didn't even think about how to pull all that information together. But it's not just the internet information that you want to pull, pull your resources, ask your friends, ask your family, check into your network, gather a plethora of information, and then kind of decipher it and see if there's some, I would say, themes that kind of keep popping up as repetitive. And when those themes do pop up, those are the key things that you want to really take a look at, because those will help be the key things that can help give you that information base that you need to help you move your business forward.
And then when you get to a place where you need more professional help, you can access people like us.
That's right.
So how do you get a hold of us?
You can reach me at robertbakerhargrove.com
or davidbaker-hargrove.com
or bhcassessment.com.
So until next time, we'll see you at the top of your inbox.